The road to success is built on willpower. It starts with small steps. Discovery, debate, and builds into collaboration and action. We believe in willpower. You are willpower. Here at the University of Windsor, you'll get an excellent education with an exceptional student experience. And you will succeed. Visit UWindsor.ca.
Chancellor Lumley, I am pleased and honored to have the opportunity to present to you Izzeldin Mohammed Abuelaish. On January 9th, 2009, I received an email from an acquaintance in New York regarding a Palestinian physician and peace activist who was looking for a job outside of Palestine. A specialist in fertility medicine with a master's degree in public health from Harvard University, Dr. Izzeldin Abuelaish lived in the Jabalia refugee camp with his 8 children, having recently lost his wife to leukemia. The main obstacle he faced in his job search, as far as I could tell, was that the Gaza Strip happened to be in the middle of a war. I had already made plans for the day, and so I drove to my farm near Collingwood to shovel 2 feet of snow and tend to some routine maintenance. But as I worked alone in the cold stillness of a rural Ontario winter, images of the war in Gaza kept intruding on my thoughts. With each shovelful of snow, I wanted more and more to dig the Palestinian peace activist and his children out of their terrible situation. Slowly, over the span of a few hours, I made up my mind to help Dr. Izzeldin Abuelaish, a person I hadn't even met or spoken to before, find a job at the University of Toronto. Dr. Abuelaish is an internationally recognized human rights and peace activist, devoted to advancing health and educational opportunities for women and girls in the Middle East through both his research and his charitable foundation, the Daughters for Life Foundation. He has dedicated his life to using health as a vehicle for peace, and despite all odds, succeeded, aided by a great determination of spirit, strong faith, and a stalwart belief in hope and family. A 4-time Nobel Peace Prize nominee, he is known to many as the Gaza Doctor and also as the Martin Luther King of the Middle East. Dr. Abuelaish is the first Palestinian doctor to receive an appointment at an Israeli hospital. And through his work, he has experienced the impacts of conflict in countries like Palestine, Egypt, Israel, Uganda, Yemen, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia. Working as both an insider and outsider to conflict has led him to believe that doctors can be peacemakers based on the moral doctrine of their profession. His work as both a healthcare practitioner and a peace advocate mobilizes health as a tool for peace. For his moral courage, his exemplary resilience, his unshakable commitment to peace and human dignity, and his ongoing efforts to improve the educational outlook for girls and women in the Middle East, regardless of race, nationality, or religion, Mr. Chancellor, it is for these reasons that I present to you Izzeldin Mohammed Abuelaish for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Vested in me by the laws of the province of Ontario, in accordance with the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Windsor, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, honors, here and elsewhere, thereto appertaining. Congratulations, sir. It's a privilege for me to ask, I'm going to change the routine here a bit. This gentleman just had 3 honored doctorates right across Canada during the past week. So it is a real honor to ask Dr. Abuelaish to address Convocation today. Thank you.
Thank you all. Chancellor Umli, President Waldman, my friend Michael, honored guests, faculty and staff, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to have this honor from the University of Windsor and to speak to you as a new graduate. I am so moved and thrilled, and this honor I dedicated, as all of the honors in my life I received, to the people who are not with me now. It's my mother, my father, my wife, and my beloved daughters, who will be proud of what do I do in their name. Let me start by congratulating you and your families as you begin your professional life. Today you celebrate your successes. When you started at this university the first day, when can you graduate and to celebrate this day? You succeeded to make it with determination and believing in yourself. It's a promising gathering with a strong belief in the presence of hope. It reminds me today of the first day for me at the medical school in Cairo. I want to succeed all of the time. And I wish to be in your place because I wasn't able to attend my commencement on my graduation. I wanted to succeed to go back home where my parents and my people are waiting for me to help them. I want to share with you my life experience and my life story. And we need to learn that life stories and the stories have a meaning and are lessons to learn from. There are serious challenges facing us as individuals and the world. And for me as a Palestinian, my life was a war. I was fighting on a daily basis just to survive. I am not sure of tomorrow. In the time we see others who are living to fight, and we need to ask, what is the purpose of our existence? The purpose of our existence is to give life and to save lives and to build and construct in our world. I faced many challenges and my life, as I said, was a war. But as life increased, my aches, my pain and suffering, at the same time, life amplified my maturity, awareness, strength, and didn't allow all the difficulties to kill my dreams. I found myself in a life as a challenging, as a raging ocean and wild one. And I realized that my suffering as a Palestinian refugee, as a child who never tasted his childhood, I realized it. And the suffering in this world is man-made. And this is where hope can begin, because it's man-made. I am a person of faith. I am a Muslim. I believe in God. And I believe everything from God is for good. What is bad is man-made. And we were created from Adam and Eve and became nations and tribes for one reason, to know each other. And knowing is not to know the name, to show passion, respect, understanding, and to value life. And that's my life. And I want to start from Mahmoud Darwish, the Palestinian poet, who said, "He who looks at the sea doesn't know the sea. He who sits on the shore doesn't know the sea. Only he who immerses himself, dives, takes risk and forgets the sea in the sea." I believe there is no greater challenge than the lack of personal responsibility. Taking personal responsibility transcends the circumstances and situation in which we find ourselves. One of the most important ingredients for moving forward is the knowledge of what exactly you want and making plans on how to achieve it. Whatever the challenges and whatever others are saying to you, always I say to you, to listen to your inner voice. Do it, take it. I learned to listen to my inner voice and follow what it says. Don't say no in your life. After you try, then you can decide if you want to say no or not. Always remember, you have within you the strength and the patience to reach for the stars, to change the world. I learned as a physician what life and death actually mean when a person dies. I learned to value all life immensely and to realize that others have needs and sufferings that it wants from me and from you to alleviate through our work as a physician, as a humanitarian, to defend the humanity and to understand that the human beings and the freedom are the most holy thing in the universe. We were born free and we must live on earth in this world as a free people. But most important, no one is free as long as others are not. Stand up for the freedom of all in our world. Freedom of sickness, freedom of need, of fear, of occupation, of oppression. I saw the hope in the newborn baby I delivered. As my friend Michael mentioned, I was the first Palestinian to practice medicine in an Israeli hospital, because medicine and health, it has one face, one culture, one value. It's a human face, value and culture. Medicine and health as education are the human equalizer and the stabilizer. It's time for us and for our political leaders to humanize, not to politicize. The happiest moment in my life when I handed the baby to his mother. There is no difference in the cry of the newborn baby, whether a Muslim, Jewish, Christian, Druze. It's a cry of a new hope. And I saw the killing of my beloved daughters, that I don't want anyone on earth to suffer what did I see or what did I suffer. But hope can sustain, surmounts or loss. For those who endure suffering, loss and tyranny, hope is the remedy. And I see the hope in you and in my beloved children who are living and who are with me today to celebrate and to say, we will never be broken, we will never be defeated, we are still alive, we are not victims, and we will never accept to be victims. We survive and we are thriving in this world. I wrote my book, I Shall Not Hate, because the people were expecting me to be drowning in hate. And they didn't know that hatred is a sickness, it's a disease, it's a fire which burns the one who carries it. Don't allow hatred to approach you if someone did something wrong to you. Don't accept in life to be a victim more than once. And instead of that, feel angry in a positive way. To transform this anger into energy, to challenge the one you plan to hate. And someone may see that resilience and tolerance are weakness and silence is a defeat. But they don't know that resilience and tolerance need a greater power of that needed for defense, and that silence is more powerful than any words. The great Lebanese poet Khalil Gibran said, tenderness and kindness are not signs of weakness and despair, but manifestations of strength and resolution. I refuse to fall a victim to despair, and instead vowed to fight for all, regardless of religious or political beliefs, and in particular, to fight for reconciliation, peace, and justice in this world. I fully believe words are stronger than bullets. Even if words can't stop bullets, they can deflect the poisonous hatred resulting from these bullets. Peace is a dangerous idea to those who invested in violence. A refusal to hate is the most powerful weapon in the arsenal of the human experience and the transformation. I succeeded in my life, and nothing is impossible in my life. Everything I planned and I dreamed of, I succeeded to achieve. From Jabalia camp, to Cairo University, to London University, to Italy, to Belgium, to work in Israel, to Harvard. Everything I planned, I succeeded. The only impossible thing I believe in is to return my beloved daughters back. But I am determined to keep them alive in your minds, in your hearts, in your souls in this world, with kindness, with wisdom and good deeds. And that's what is needed from all of us. I succeeded in my life, but I will never forget from where did I come. You are celebrating your success today. Don't forget who were behind your success. Your families, your community. Give back to your community, to your people, to your university, to this world. That's the reward you will get later on, and that's the happiness you will be rewarded of. You need to ask yourself, what kind of people must you be? You must be people of values, vision, and leadership. Values include the respect for human dignity and social justice. You must promote these values and live your lives by these values with passion, courage, and persistence. You must show that life is precious and that none is ignored or considered unworthy of a secure and prosperous life. You need to be leaders who translate these values and visions into actions. Don't underestimate or reject yourself. Let others reject you. Always to listen to your inner voice. Do it, take it. Don't say no. Mistakes will happen. Not to blame, but to take responsibility and move forward. The first step in failure is to lose confidence in yourself. You can be the one you want to be. Tragedy and the tragedies in my life were not the end of our lives. We can't allow it to control and defeat us. To endure this world, we need two things. And I added the third, we need the truth and justice. But to endure this world, what is needed? We need women's education and to give women the right opportunity and role. And you are here to learn and see the truth and act to bring justice. Education, when you came here to learn, to be enlightened and see things differently, and the large universe. Education is the strongest agent for a progress, change, and the prosperity. But no one can take your education or prevent you from dreaming. Education is about creating a world of justice and hope and the eradication of injustice. Because establishing a safe, secure, just, and peaceful world is the function of women's education and role. That's why, in memory of my daughters, I established Daughters for Life Foundation for education of girls and young women from the Middle East, relative to their background or ethnicity, religious nationality. It's about young women who can make a change in this world, women who give life, women who nurture life. But one can do everything, but each of us can do something. Today, you are graduates, and you are the next generation of leaders, and it's you who will have to bring fresh ideas and solutions to the world challenges. Now it's your turn, and we have to handle the torch and the baton to you. Congratulations again. I came here because I feel the passion to you. I feel one of you. Came here because I believe in you. Right now, you are the hope, the new blood, and the new leaders with the new vision. Can end by saying to you, go in confidence, with faith and hope, and without fear. The world is waiting for you. Tomorrow is yours, and you can shape it the way you want, and is hopeful a future, one because of you and your honesty. Thank you, and God bless you.